Express. Visit expresspros.com to find your local office. That's expresspros.com. Express Employment Professionals, building your workforce, supporting your success.
Have you ever wiped with a piece of dry single-ply toilet paper and wondered, is this as good as it gets? Well, it's not. It gets a lot better thanks to the wet, extra-large cleaning power of Dude Wipes. They comfortably clean up whatever TP leaves behind for no more maintenance wipes. Make the trade of the season and switch from TP and start experiencing the confident clean of Dude Wipes. Available at Amazon and at major retailers nationwide. Dude Wipes. Best clean. Hands down.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you'll need.
Seeing congestion in those usual spots this morning. I-35 northbound, a 10-minute slowdown from Highway 45 over to William Cannon. Similar delays also on Highway 290 going westbound from FM 1100 over to FM 973. And watch out for a stall moved over to the right shoulder on 183 northbound at FM 969. I'm Jason Fossig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Mothers Against Drunk Driving.
For victims of drunk and drug driving, our grief is unique, but you are not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Call our 24-hour victim helpline at 877-MAD-HELP or visit mad.org.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter. Every morning, we rise and shine, make breakfast, and brush away the night's rest. These routines help us start the day off right. Nature-Made vitamins are a simple step in that daily care regimen. Multivitamins with daily essentials, clinically studied probiotics for gut health support, magnesium to help relax the body. Nature-Made is made to care for you every day. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Looking for a way to give back and make an impact? Realize the Dream is a national movement aiming for 100 million hours of service by Dr. King's 100th birthday in 2029. Tune into the My Legacy podcast on iHeartRadio and hear stories that will inspire you to take action. Whether you volunteer an hour or a day, every act of service matters. Join the movement and help us build a better world. Visit realizethedream.org today.
Chris, can you put the video game controller down for a second?
I can talk and play. Oh, I'm totally annihilating this punk kid in Nebraska.
I just feel like you're not acting like a grown-up in our relationship.
Am too.
Well, you still ride your skateboard to work. There's the comic book collection, the race car bed.
Look, I'm young at heart, but I put money into my 401k every paycheck. I picked up a few savings tips at feedthepig.org. I have control over my financial life now, and that feels pretty grown up.
Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. Putting some money from every paycheck into a savings account or contributing to your 401k can make a big difference later. For free ideas and easy tips on ways to save, go to feedthepig.org. That's feedthepig.org.
So, I bet I look like a grown-up to you now.
Well, except for the footy pajamas, I'd have to agree.
This message brought to you by the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants and the Ad Council.
From the Audio Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KDET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app.
Good morning, Kickoff.
The morning kickoff. It's the morning kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer Mark Henry, on your home for the Horns, 1300 The Zone.
Good morning, Austin, K-Town, Pflugerville, H-Town, Pearland, Mo City, El Paso,
San Antonio, and Silsbee, Texas,
or wherever you may be listening. This is a Game Plan Hump Day Wednesday edition of the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone. We got so much to get into. Texas gets a new offensive lineman, and the fans are excited. Bill Belichick, not a first ballot Hall of Famer. What in the wide world of sports is going on? Danny Davis of the Austin American Statesman joins us at 7:34. Vic Schaefer speaks about his team as they get ready for another big matchup on the road. NFL action, they got new coaches all over the place. NBA trade deadline, and Texas men are on the road as well. I am your host, Mike Hardball Hardge. My co-host is a WWE Hall of Famer and recognized as the world's strongest man. He is the Mark Henry.
Good morning, Austin.
And we got our guy Marcus behind the boards. And if you want to be a part of the show, all you got to do is text the word Texas, followed by your message to 81530. That's right, folks. I have access to the text line again. So hit us up, and ask us your questions, but standard data and message rates may apply. Also, the Texas men's basketball team have a big game against South Carolina coming up this weekend, but I'm going to give you a chance to go there. All you got to do is text the word Texas, followed by your message to, no, not that. You can do that too. But I need you to use that talkback feature on the new and improved and always free iHeartRadio. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. iHeartRadio app. And, you know, the message might be good. You might get a chance to win it. And I'm going to give you the keyword of the day. All right, Mark, let's get into it. Texas football making moves. Now, we told you that the transfer portal officially closed on the 16th. But the thing about the transfer portal, when it closes, doesn't mean you can't still sign players. So what ends up happening is you got that trickle-down effect. You have to be entered in the transfer portal by January the 16th. And this young man has made his way to the 40 acres as Texas has tried and looked and wanted, and we talked about it. They need to make a move, and they did make a move on the offensive line by signing Western Kentucky guard transfer Lawrence Seymour. And I'm excited about this.
Pass blocker.
There you go. You excited about that, Mark?
83% grade. Now Texas has 4 guys on their offensive line that have above an 80% grade in pass blocking. Last year, they had 3 guys that were in the 60s.
That's an improvement, I guess you would say, right?
Hey, that's drastic improvement there.
Yeah.
I mean, if they would have got 3 guys that were 70%,
right,
it would have been an upgrade, but it wouldn't have been 80. Like, Arch is looking really good for Arch.
Yeah.
And it's just a matter of time before they start to put all these guys in there together and see how they melt together. And if they can do that, then, you know, maybe the optimism is real.
Yeah, the folks over at
I got to see it, though.
The folks over at Horns 247 posted that in 2025, he was selected as a second-team All-American. He was on Phil Steele's All-American second team as well. He also was on Phil Steele's Conference USA All-Conference first teamer. He was an All-Conference USA second team on offense. He's done an unbelievable job, and he fills a need and a void for the Texas Longhorns. This is something that Texas has needed along the way, and what they have been able to do is grab that offensive line and reconstruct it. because that was the one place that Texas did not go after in the transfer portal for years. Offensive linemen. There were a few that came in, but it wasn't with Coach Sark.
You understand why and the philosophy, right? But they just made the wrong picks because, we all make mistakes. Like size does not always equal effectiveness. And Texas had guys that were humongous. And they even, it was in their mission statement. We want large humans. Well, there were some large humans that couldn't put 2 feet in front of each other. Now you have some guys that are proven to be smart. They're proven to be driven, and they've got skins on the wall.
Yep.
They've got conference awards for their work. And, you just got to let life happen, let time happen, let these guys work together because, offensive line is different than any other position on the field.
Yep.
Because you have to work in conjunction with the guy standing next to you times 4.
Yep.
So I can see why, Coach Sark and staff wanted to kind of melt their own guys. They wanted to,
I get it, but if there's a void that is missing, I understand that you want to give those guys that are here an opportunity to do it. But you also have to do what's best for your team and
moment.
At the end of the day, what is this all about? It's about winning.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, and don't nobody care who got second place this year. I don't know. I know Indiana won the championship. I know that's the one that everybody talking about, looking to see who's going to be a first-round pick, second-round pick, whatever. This is an opportunity for Texas to set themselves up in a great way. The only thing is he's got to get a waiver for a 6th year. So he's another offensive lineman that has to do something. So here's what our guy Evan Veith over at Inside Texas posted. You got Arch Manning. You got Hollywood Smothers and Raleek Brown on the offense. You brought in Cam Coleman. That replaces 2 players, basically. You got DeAndre Moore gone, and you got Parker Livingston gone. You got Ryan Wingo back, and you got Emmett Mosley. Guys that have some skins on the wall, and I can't wait to see what Emmett Mosley does because they're talking about moving him to the slot. I love that for him.
Yeah.
I love that for him. If he would have been in Tom Herman's offense, he'd have 100 catches. He'd have 100 catches because everybody that played that slot from Little Jordan Humphrey to Devin Duvernay to whoever else was before that, they caught passes because that was an integral part of the passing game. Emmett Mosley is a good route runner, and he's got great hands. Give him an opportunity.
And he's tough.
Give him an opportunity to catch the ball. Then you also look at the tight end position. You brought in Michael Masunis.
Yeah.
And you got Nick Townsend, who you're excited about as well.
Yes, sir.
You got Trevor Gooseby, Lawrence Seymour, and you have Connor Robinson, Brandon Baker, and at right tackle, you brought in Melvin Siani. This is a totally revamped offensive line that is giving Arch Manning the opportunity, because he's not on a lot of lists like he was last year. Arch was. And I still don't get that. Because if anybody watched football, watched how this guy got better and better
every
week in and week out, and he did not miss the game.
Let me give you a footnote too on Masunis. Masunis, at one point, they were talking about putting weight on him and making him an offensive lineman. They say he is an elite run blocker. And, I mean, he only had 19 catches and like 3 or 4 touchdowns, but he didn't get the ball thrown to him a lot because he was the blocking guy.
Right.
So now in Texas system, he's not going to just be the blocking guy. Like when they need it, he's going to be able to do that.
Yeah.
And you add him to this upgraded offensive line, I would love to be a running back in this system.
Well, and that's the thing now all eyes are on Kyle Flood. This is you now. You got studs. You went through the numbers. You talked about the numbers that are there. You've got two guys that could possibly be on that offensive line that could be high draft picks.
Yeah.
You have to get the most out of this.
Hey, man, I'm walking in the room like, guys, if we can win the national championship, if y'all don't perform well, I'm out of here. If you want me gone, don't step up. I need domination. I don't need winning. I need domination. Your mentality should be who gets the most pancake blocks, who gets the best combo blocks, who gets upfield the most and knocks the most guys off their feet past the line of scrimmage. Like, you got to set offensive line goals. And I'm sure that they're doing it already, but it's imperative that they do it now because they have all these weapons. You can't get to the weapons if you don't handle that offensive line.
It's unbelievable. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. And
that's some good coffee.
And if you would like to be a sponsor and be a coffee sponsor for this morning
there you go.
The morning kickoff, we're here every day, early, bright and early. And everybody needs a little pick-me-up. So when it's time to decide what you gonna do, all you can do is look for the morning kickoff with myself and the world's strongest man, the Mark Henry.
That boy is good. Let him cook.
Get that coffee. But coming up next, I know who needs some coffee. It is the people that voted and did not vote for Bill Belichick. Something wrong with y'all. We about to talk about it right here on the morning kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
What a
Bonus bucks. Once you win $1,000 in bonus bucks, you'll have more money to use on your fantasy leagues. Bonus bucks. The winning happens every weekday, right here on 1300 The Zone.
Don't miss the 2026 iHeart Country Festival, Saturday, May 2nd at the Moody Center. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
Seeing congestion in those usual spots this morning. I-35 northbound, a 10-minute slowdown from Highway 45 over to William Cannon. Similar delays also on Highway 290 going westbound from FM 1100 over to FM 973. And watch out for a stall moved over to the right shoulder on 183 northbound at FM 969. I'm Jason Fossig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Bet Online.
Football playoff action continues to heat up, and Bet Online gives you more ways to play. The latest odds, breaking news, live scores, and in-game action, so you never miss a moment of the road to the big game. Head to Bet Online today, because at Bet Online, the game starts here.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
Searching online for a car? When you call that dealership, your first question should be, are there any extra costs to the price on your website? At Henna Chevrolet, our answer will always be no. Their answer, you don't want to know. Shop surprise fee free with Henna, where the price you see is the price you get. Absolutely no addendums ever. You deserve honesty, and that's what we run on. Together, let's drive at henna.com.
February 1st, it's a Spurs on Sesame Street game presented by HEB. Pre-game party starting at 1, tip-off at 3. Family-friendly activities. Spurs Sesame Street t-shirt packages available for purchase. For more, text SESAME to 210-444-5940.
Is mind control real? Can you hypnotically persuade someone to buy a car, to sleep with you? What about using it to create a better you? In our new podcast, Mind Games, we're going to find out.
What's something you always dreamed of doing, fantasized about doing, but haven't let yourself dare?
The premise is your mind is a computer, and you just never got the manual. But once you crack the code, anything's possible. For better and for worse. Open your free iHeartRadio app, Search Mind Games and listen now.
Hennion and Walsh was made for people like you. People who understand the value of experienced, highly skilled professionals. That's why you'll have access to a team of specialists to help you invest for the life you want. Why? You've earned it. We're Hennion and Walsh, and a team built around you. Get a second opinion. Call 800-279-5279 or find us online. Investing involves risk, including the possible loss of principal. Advisory services provided by Hennion and Walsh Asset Management. Securities offered by Hennion and Walsh Inc. Member FINRA SIPC.
This whole surviving life thing is pretty tough. Some people use therapy to get through it, others use their friends, and some just fight their way through. Whatever season of life you're in right now, this podcast is for you. Hi, I'm Morgan from The Bobby Bones Show and host of the new podcast, Take This Personally. I'm bringing on my friends and experts to cover a variety of topics in hopes of us all feeling a little less alone in this crazy world. Nicole, the neuroscientist, will help us understand why we are the way we are.
Our anxious brain or our emotional brain will make us believe things that are not necessarily true.
Jared can relate to fighting our hardest battles.
I was living on couches. Sometimes I was in my car. I was just all over the place. I think about it now, how many people opened their doors to me.
We will explore what it means to change careers.
I think a lot of people put the pressure on their career to fulfill their passion, when your purpose or your passion and your calling can be something that's much deeper than just your job.
And how we can all find that special love in this wild dating era.
In order to find the right one, before you do that, you have to be able to identify the wrong one.
This podcast will be the guide you need to surviving life with a friend at your side.
If a friendship is about give and take, but we just want to give, and we're like, oh, I don't want to take, I don't want to impose, I don't want to inconvenience her, then you're not reaping the full benefits of friendship.
The first episode is out now. Download it wherever you get your podcast.
Listen on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and listen now.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, your home for the Horns.
To the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeart Radio app. Stay locked in all day long right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. Because Greg and our guy Jay Burke bring it all to you this afternoon, leading you up to Texas Tech, Auburn, and we'll get into that conversation in just a little bit. Coming up in the next segment, we have our guy Danny Davis of the Austin American-Statesman giving us the latest on Texas baseball and Texas women's basketball as well. And you'll hear from Coach Vic Schaefer a little bit later. But right now, I want to get into the most obscene thing that I've heard in a very long time. And a lot of the conversations normally come back to players. When Hall of Fame conversation happens, it's like, okay, let's fight for this player. Let's fight for that player. Let's talk about it. But yesterday, the news came out that one Bill Belichick was not a first ballot Hall of Famer. It is the most absurd thing. And I posted. I've seen a lot of things in my day, but this has to be the most absurd thing that I've seen. For Bill Belichick, let me just give you Bill's resume.
Run it down.
Bill Belichick as a head coach, most Super Bowl titles, most Super Bowl appearances, most playoff wins, most playoff appearances, most division titles, third most wins all time. And oh yeah, he also won a couple of Super Bowls as an assistant coach. So what blueprint is there to recognize people that are great at what they do? Now, people are going to sit there and say, well, it was because of Tom Brady. There's a lot of coaches that won games because they had special players.
Right.
And Tom Brady is no exception. You start looking at it, and you, Mark, you're in the Hall of Fame. You understand it. This is one of the grossest injustice that is out there pertaining to sports. Let's not get political. But this is one of the worst decisions that I've seen in a long, long time.
It's a bad decision, guys. But
here we go.
But it's not like that there's no reason for the president of the pity committee to come out and say, guys, this is what we have to do. We have to put an asterisk by it. We have to put a negative qualifier because twice he got caught cheating. And when I say cheating, I don't mean the people that bust in on the restaurants and have the cameras on you, cheaters. I'm talking about this dude legit had crews videotaping the team's sideline to get their signals. And there was a couple of players that sat down and they talked about it recently. And what was said in this was because of the signals, what they did in practice, they were like, oh my God, like we're gonna kill him. Like we got him. Then they got caught. They were 4-0 before they got caught. And once they got caught, they lost 4 in a row because they didn't have the signals. They didn't know when they saw an alignment that, okay, we got to let this play out like everybody else. So that's why the Boo Birds came out. I'm not saying that is correct, that is right. I'm just giving you the lay of the land.
You're giving me the other side of the coin,
right? The other side of the coin, he cheated, y'all.
Okay, you love Jimmy Johnson, right?
I do.
Jimmy Johnson, great coach.
Yeah.
Jimmy Johnson said we used to do the same thing. It didn't help us, so we stopped doing it. There's other teams.
But it worked for
But that's
worked for them.
He was better. Here's the deal. And I love it when people not you, but I love it when people get up on this high horse about it. If you go and talk to any player that has played a sport, they have stole a sign, they have stole signals, they have stole tendencies. There are certain things that are part of the game.
You got to look for an advantage in every play.
In every situation. We talk about it all the time. You tell me
but
that if a lineman goes up,
you're going to put a camera behind the sideline?
Ask Jimmy Johnson what they used to do. Jimmy said it did not work for them, so they stopped doing it. Said that.
The difference is you got caught.
Agreed. The caughtness is out there, but it doesn't take away the fact of what he was accomplishing and what he accomplished.
No, it don't take away from it.
Bro,
but I'm
did
just
you
saying,
not hear what I said?
Hardge,
Super Bowl.
I competed against guys
That's
that use steroids.
That's steroids. That's totally different. That is totally that you are enhancing your body in a sport that needs strength. There's people in the league that are taking steroids. You seen Bill Romanowski when he was playing?
Yeah, he looked like a fire hydrant.
Exactly. So listen, there are always going to be. Chipper Jones came on the show with us last week, and if you missed that, get over to our podcast page, wherever you get your podcasts, and look up the episode with Chipper Jones. He said, I know for a fact that there's guys in the Hall of Fame that were on steroids. He said it. I know it. He was in that era. This is the same thing. This dude won 6 Super Bowl, had 9 Super Bowl appearances, 9 conference championships, 31 playoff wins, 302 regular season wins, 333 total wins. And he fell short of the vote because people were in their feelings?
Because they were in their feelings. Exactly. The pity party people.
It's because Football Hall of Fame wanted to do the Baseball Hall of Fame.
Exactly.
And Dak punished.
And now they're getting destroyed. And they're getting destroyed right now.
Oh, they're getting killed.
By the players, by the people that are in the Hall of Fame. If you look at a picture of the profile of a Hall of Famer, he fits the bill.
Yeah.
Bill. BB.
No pun intended.
Yeah, pun. He fits it. And that's the thing that drives me nuts.
I'm the biggest Patriot hater in the world.
Yes.
But this is wrong. This is wrong, guys. Like they need to take this 50 guys, put them in a room and tell them, listen, we're going to give y'all one more day, and we want y'all to go and reevaluate this and see what happens. And if they come out again, they need to replace all 50 guys.
Yep.
Because it's just not right. I mean, the guy's proven over 2 decades of football. And if he cheated half that amount of time, you can't negate the other decade of football in which they won championships. Even the hater can't hate that hard. I can't do it.
Hey, listen. Bill Polian is part of this group that was part of the voters.
He said that he voted for Bill, though.
He said he don't remember if he voted. Now, first off, if you don't remember,
he's
you
lied.
need to go. You need to go. You need to be out of there. You can't remember on who you voted for.
Oh, come on, Bill.
So here's Bill Polian's track record. And this is brought to you by ML Football. Bill Polian used artificial crowd noise in the RCA Dome to hinder opponents during the 2000s as the club president of the Colts. He also convinced the Bears to hire Matt Eberflus. Bill said Lamar would not be good enough to play football in the NFL and should change to wide receiver.
And then they drafted Sony Michel.
There you go. Polian had pass interference rule change because Ty Law, Rodney Harrison, and the Patriots dominated Peyton Manning and the Colts. Polian said Tyronn Lue was undraftable. He ended up having a great career. Passed on Tom Brady multiple times in the 2000s, claiming he had a first-round grade on him, but Tom Brady fell to the Patriots. Oversaw a poor decade of the Colts, leading to bust and drafts, and then he got fired in 2011 after 14 seasons.
How did we get to assassinating Poland?
Because he's part of that group that was in there. Bill Belichick got 40 out of 50 votes to be into the Hall of Fame. And Jimmy Johnson is letting off venom right now because he understands what it was like to compete against that every single year. Those are the people that understand what coaching is about. Those are the ones that knew that he was prepared every single time, whether it was Spygate, Deflategate, or Holygate. He was up in that thing. Coming up next, we got our guy Danny Davis of the Austin American Statesman to calm me down. And we're going to do some things around here. Right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you'll need.
Things are moving right along this morning. On Mopac southbound, you're traffic free from Breaker Lane into downtown, but pretty slow on I-35 northbound from Highway 45 to William Cannon, about a 20-minute slowdown, and 15 extra minutes out of your drive on 290 westbound going from FM 1100 over to FM 973. I'm Jason Fossig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Think It Up. Think It Up is an initiative to activate student-powered, teacher-led learning projects. Students and teachers, how can you spark great learning experiences in your classrooms today? Join at thinkitup.org.
With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, you can choose the best coverage option for you. Because you know you. Like, you know that hiking isn't for you. Sure, it sounds nice to be in nature while exercising, but that's what a gym and houseplants are for. I mean, you don't even like walking upstairs. So why would you walk up a hill for miles? To what, end up high in the air? Come on, you know you're scared of heights. Only you know you. So get coverage options within your budget with Progressive's Name Your Price tool. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Pricing coverage match limited by state law.
When the deals drop at Kohl's, you feel it. You see up to 50% off end-of-season must-haves, plus up to 85% off clearance favorites. And suddenly, your whole world narrows to one thought. Must shop now. Your to-do list gone. Your dinner plans forgotten. It's just you and your car gliding through the store. Yeah, Kohl's deals will do that to a person. Save in-store and online now. Select styles. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
The Spurs take on the Rockets tonight in Houston. Jeremy Sohan questionable with a sore quad. The Bills promoted offensive coordinator Joe Brady to be their next head coach. Titans hiring former Giants coach Brian Dable as their offensive coordinator. Bill Belichick, a 6-time Super Bowl champion head coach of the Patriots, will not be a first ballot Hall of Famer after falling short of the necessary votes. I'm Ron Tomas.
This is Chris Broussard. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Discover.
Guess what? Discover's accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. You heard right, 99%. If you don't think so, maybe it's time to face facts. You're stuck in the past. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report, learn more at discover.com/credit card.
Before it was vintage, it was a revolution. This is Smells Like the 90s. A decade that tore up the rulebook and defined a new world of alternative. Nirvana, Alanis, Pearl Jam, Weezer, No Doubt, and more. With commercial-free weekends. Your favorite era? Just a tap away. Open the free iHeartRadio app and listen now.
Hey, this is Jamie Loftus, and this is my new weekly show, 16th Minute of Fame, the podcast where every episode I take a closer look at an internet character of the day. Who were they? What made them so notorious? How did the internet, or sometimes the algorithm, choose them? And what does a person do when they're suddenly confronted with more attention than the human psyche can handle? Take The Dress, a story that went uber viral in early 2015 in spite of being, well, kind of a boring optical illusion. A mother of the bride in Scotland took a picture of a dress she was thinking about wearing to her daughter's wedding. But she saw the dress as blue with black lace, and her daughter saw it as white with gold lace. One BuzzFeed post later, every single person on the internet was talking about the dress. But to me, the dress is a story about the last couple of months when the internet was still sort of fun. It was shortly before the stories that spread across the internet stopped being driven by exploited millennials with useless arts degrees and started being decided by algorithms hell-bent on growing internet usership at all costs. And on a long enough timeline, the story of the dress is one entangled with abuse and media exploitation. Internet history is a tricky thing to be invested in. It feels like every time a bad with business billionaire buys up another platform, history starts being erased. With the team at Cool Zone Media, we're taking these characters' 16th minute of fame to see what their moment meant to them and what it says about us.
Listen on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and listen now.
Join the voice of the Texas Longhorns, Craig Way, each day from 2 to 5 p.m. for the Craig Way Show on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
Welcome back to the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone. Coming up in the next segment, we'll talk some Texas women's basketball. Well, we'll let you hear from Coach Vic. But right now, let's go and talk to our guy, Danny Davis of the Austin American Statesman. It is Wednesday. It is hump day. And Danny is ready to roll. Danny, the Texas Longhorns get back into the transfer portal, find an offensive lineman. And let's just say the offensive line will look totally different than what it looked like last year. We expected some changes, and this is the first year that they really went out and attacked the transfer portal on the offensive line.
Yeah, I think before this season they hadn't gotten a transfer offensive lineman, and look, my mic's actually working this week, so y'all should
proud of you. Proud of you.
You're nice.
I think the last time they got one was 2019, Parker Braun, when he came over as a grad transfer. Steve and Kyle Flood have been pretty determined that, hey, we're going to develop our linemen, and that's how we're going to kind of do it, and it just didn't work this past year. And so they promised some changes. They promised to be a little bit more aggressive in the transfer portal. I believe this is 4 now that they've gotten out of the portal, 3 or 4. So they've lived up to that promise. Now, what actually happens in the fall is going to be completely different. We're going to actually see if these guys are better than the options that Texas had on the roster, or they lost in the transfer portal, because they definitely had some guys transfer out that may have been a piece down the line and now will be a piece elsewhere. So we'll see. But Steve promised to be aggressive in that aspect, and they have been aggressive in that aspect, and now we'll have to see.
Danny, are they done? Is Texas done right now with bringing in offensive linemen or any other position?
I mean, I don't think you can ever say anyone's done. Something falls in their lap, or if they, find themselves, we'll see in the spring. They'll probably go through spring drills and see if they, are still feeling comfortable. But I mean, I don't think you can ever say you're done. But obviously, I think the big names are kind of off the board at this point, and Texas has been pretty aggressive across the board. So if they don't make any more changes, I don't think that's going to be a surprise. But also, this transfer portal cycle seems to be a never-ending news cycle. So I'll never say never when it comes to stuff like that.
Yeah, no doubt. We're talking to Danny Davis of the Austin American-Statesman. You can follow him at _Danny Davis. And Danny, as we look at what's going on with this Texas football team, there's still some questions that need to be answered. And we got a report last week that they had at least, I think it was like 7 guys that ended up having surgery during the offseason. And what's their prognostication about being able to play in the spring?
I think when Texas sent that release, I had to go back and look at the release, but I think Texas was optimistic that they'd all be available in some form or fashion. Maybe not day one of spring drills, but I think Texas was optimistic that all those guys would be available. And most of those guys that are on that list are also kind of older guys that if they miss a spring practice or two, I don't think anybody needs to be sweating that these are reps that can't be made up. If Hardge has to miss a practice or two, I think he'll be fine. But yeah, that was definitely kind of a laundry list of injuries, and we know how much Texas loves reporting those injuries. So there's definitely something to keep an eye on. But I don't think anyone should be freaking out about a injury report that's released in January, especially when that injury report specifically says, "Hey, these guys are going to be fine. Don't freak out." We'll see. I guess maybe we won't see y'all in the spring because I don't know if Texas is going to have a spring game, but we'll see y'all in September.
Yeah, well, mostly scopes. It's not like there was ACL repairs or reconstructions or anything like that. A lot of these guys, Danny, they have these real simple procedures done. It's really nothing to worry about. Is there anybody that has had any of the procedures that you think is going to linger?
Once again, I'm not a doctor, so I'm just relying on whatever they told us. And if they're gonna just up and say, "Don't worry about it, these guys will be back in the spring," then I'll take them at their word. Now, if we come to March or April and nobody's seen Hardge during the little limited windows we have, or no one's seen Ryan Wingo or Trevor Gooseby, then maybe we'll get a little concerned. But once again, even if these guys miss the spring, the season doesn't kick off until September. So I think all these guys will be, even if they were trying to recover from like a knee injury or something a little bit more severe, I think it's a little too early to be freaking out about any of this stuff because we have a long ways to go before the season opener, and that's really all that matters. Once again, Arch Manning doesn't need to go through spring drills unless you need him, aside from getting reps to Cam Coleman and some of these newcomers. But I'm not concerned about these injuries.
Yep. Danny, I wanted to ask you this because yesterday we got a chance to talk to Vic Schaefer, and you brought up the fact of the time off and how has he been able to adjust to that? Because this was a rare situation. They had a bye going into the weekend, and then the game that they were supposed to play got moved, and now they don't play again until tomorrow night. So they've had quite some time off. What did you think of Vic's response to you and as far as the time off?
Yeah, it's definitely one of those weird situations with they had the bye, so you take some time off during that bye. Then you have the weather breakdown, and so with it the way it wasn't, the weather cancellation was because of how it was in Arkansas, not how it was in Austin. But then because of how it was in Austin, a lot of these women couldn't get out of their house. You know, Vic was saying he got out like the second day, but he has like 4-wheel drive and his huge truck, which y'all have seen on this show since he likes to take calls from the truck. It's a nice truck, but he was able to finally get out, but not all of his players could. And so he had a couple extra days off there, and then, you know, mandated time off and stuff like that. And some of the practices weren't full speed because they thought they were getting ready for a game, not, you know, going through a practice. And so this might maybe a team that's a little rusty when they go to Florida. They are better than Florida, and they should be able to beat Florida if they're rusty, but you just never know. Florida hasn't had this time off, and Florida has a really capable scorer on Liv McGill, so that's definitely something to be worried about. But this is, you know, when you're a team like Texas and this Texas team, this is when you lean on your veterans. You lean on Rory Harmon, who's been around the block. You lean on Madison Booker, who's in her third year. Some of these veterans they brought in who may not be familiar with Texas, but have 3-4 years of experience on their resume. So it's not the most ideal situation, but some of these older vets may need to take an Aaliyah Crump under their wing and kind of say, we got this week, and, you know, get things going, because they'll beat Florida. But that Oklahoma game on Sunday, they're going to need all systems need to be a go by the time Sunday comes around.
Yeah, they need to be ready to roll by Sunday, because College game day will be here, and Aaliyah Chavez, somebody that Texas thought they were going to get, decided to go to OU, and she's playing some really good basketball right now. So it's going to be an interesting week for the Texas women. Next week, Danny, we get a chance to talk baseball as the baseball season starts. Well, it could start this weekend with the alumni weekend, but I saw weather's supposed to be bad again, so we'll see what ends up happening with that.
I'll be out there. I mean, well, you know, even if there's no alumni game, I'm just going to be out there at a protest, protesting the weather.
Call me when it's 80.
He's going to be out there protesting. I love it. There he is, Danny Davis of the Austin American Statesman. You can follow him at _Danny Davis. As always, bro, appreciate you.
See y'all.
All right. There he is, Danny Davis. Coming up next, I want you to hear from Coach Vic Schaefer as he talked about his basketball team. And more importantly, he's tired of y'all asking him this question. God dang it. We going to talk about it right here on the morning kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
Craig Way knows everybody.
Visiting with Brad Sham, voice of the Cowboys, and all I'm thinking to myself is, Reggie Jackson, you got to do a better job of asking the question.
I think it was our friend Art Haynes to whom he said that.
Yeah, because that's when he followed about, you can take your microphone and your glasses.
You can take your microphone and your glasses, and then he proceeded to tell Art what he could do with all of those things, all of which were physically impossible, even with exaggerated surgery.
Weekdays from 2 to 5 p.m.
Don't miss the 2026 iHeart Country Festival, Saturday, May 2nd at the Moody Center. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
Things are moving right along this morning. On Mopac southbound, you're traffic free from Breaker Lane into downtown, but pretty slow on I-35 northbound from Highway 45 to William Cannon, about a 20-minute slowdown, and 15 extra minutes out of your drive on 290 westbound going from FM 1100 over to FM 973. I'm Jason Fossig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Stand Up to Cancer.
Joe Buck and John Smoltz welcoming you back to the City Center Convenience Mart. Uh-oh. She's looking at the cigarettes, but she just grabs the gum off the counter. Stand Up to Cancer and Rally want you to reduce your risk for cancer. Go to takeahealthystand.org.
Everybody goes to the game for those big moments, whether it's a big shot, a big stop, or a big play. But nothing brings more excitement than Texas basketball. And of course, Bud Light brings the refreshment. Because when the horns deliver, Bud Light delivers too. Bud Light, the official domestic beer of Texas basketball. Bud Light, it's easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Please enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Running for office means having something important to say. Radio is the most personal medium out there. Voters hear the real you, exactly the way you want to be heard. No filters, no AI, just your voice, your message. And it's 1/10 the time and cost of video. Don't just campaign. Connect with millions all over the country, even thousands in the smallest communities with radio. Be on the air in just 48 hours. Visit winwithiheart.com. That's winwithiheart.com.
It's a sale. Right now, every service needed for your vehicle is on sale at any of the 3 Leaf Johnson Ford locations, Austin, Manor, and Buda. And we're wide open. Tires, brakes, oil changes for only $39.99 with synthetic blend oil, tire rotations, and alignments. You name it. Any of the 3 Central Texas locations have it on sale. Can't come see us? We'll come see you with our mobile van on most services, or we'll come pick it up and bring it back. Go to leafjohnson.com and pick your location and time. You'll love it at Leaf, Austin, Buda, and Manor.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Rain on game day doesn't faze Dave. He's already got his poncho. Just needs to do something about those wipers. So Dave heads to AutoZone,
Welcome to AutoZone.
where a friendly AutoZoner helps him get premium quiet wipers and some hand warmers.
You're all set.
Now, if only his team can handle the elements as well as his new wipers. Get wipers, glass cleaner, and more with no hassles, just help at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
DQ presents the Spicy Menu. For a limited time, try the new Flamethrower Chicken Strip Basket for $6.99 with spicy, bold strips that heat you up. Served with a side of famous DQ soft serve as a dip to cool you down. That's right, dip those spicy chicken strips right into soft serve, plus fries and toast, all for just $6.99. And add a new pineapple lemonade sparkler or cooler made with tahini. It's the limited time only Spicy Menu. Get it delivered in the DQ app. Happy, tastes good. Participation may vary.
Oh, we're gonna be so late for the concert. We should be there by now.
Just need to make a little detour and stop for gas real quick. I know a cheap place down the road.
Are you serious? We're gonna miss the show because you're driving out of the way for cheaper gas? Just use Upside.
What's Upside?
Upside is great. It's a free app that gets you cash back when you buy gas.
Wait, you mean I can get money back just for buying gas? Really?
Yep, and it really works. I've actually made around $200 this year already. Now pull over so you can download Upside before we miss the concert.
Pulling over? You had me at $200.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back when you buy gas. Use promo code RING to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first fill up. You can cash out anytime right to your bank or as a gift card. Download Upside and use promo code RING for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code RING for a 25 cents per gallon bonus. Use promo code RING.
Offers vary by user and location at participating merchants. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
From the Audio Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KDET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app.
Many of our U.S. veterans and service members face challenges. At the Bob Woodward Foundation, we invest in solutions to help support them in the next chapter of their lives. Learn more about our work at bobwoodwardfoundation.org/success.
Longhorns football plays here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone.
I got Danny Davis of the Austin American States. You can follow him at Davis. Welcome to this conversation because women are an elite basketball team. I was at the University of Texas. Coach Vic Schaefer, he made it known that we are going to compete for championships. They made a run last year, and they have been near the top all season long. But one of the questions that continues to be asked for a team that has had a lot of success has been a question about their three-point shooting. I know a lot of people are questioning it. They want to know what it's all about. How come this team can't make threes and doesn't do this, doesn't do that? Last game, they went 1 for 18 from the three-point line, shot 5.6%, but won the game going away against A&M 80-35, held the team to 11 points, held Texas A&M to 11 points total in the second half. And Coach Vic Schaefer has finally had enough of everybody wanting to know, how come y'all don't shoot threes better?
But to harp on our three-point shooting when we've had good games where we've shot it well, but then we've also had games where we don't shoot it well. We've won 33 in 35 games the last 2 years, and all y'all want to talk about is our three-point shooting. Y'all need to find something else to pick on us about at Texas women's basketball. And I'm not just talking to you. I'm talking to everybody.
Hey, he was not playing around when it came to Texas women's basketball. They shoot 31% from three. They hold their opponents to 27% from three.
I'm never bringing it up again.
Ever. Mark, did you hear that?
He said, stop it. I'm never going to. Hey, coach, good luck. Keep getting those dubs.
Yes. Yes. This team is averaging 88 points a game. They're winning games by 35 points. And we asking them about
I'm not asking them nothing. They dubs. That's all I like.
Hey, and the fact that when we were watching this interview, because I was part of the interview yesterday, I was watching everybody's face when the question was asked, and everybody knew, don't ask that question.
and you looked around, did anybody look at you and go?
Everybody was like, well, we knew not to ask Vic about three-point shooting because he does have a point. And we all have asked this question internally, personally.
They're winning.
They're crushing it. But you want to see them shoot the ball better from three-point line. They don't have to be 50%. That's impossible. But be respectable in some of those things. And like he said, there's been games where they've been on fire. Jordan Lee was on fire early in the season, but Jordan Lee has played a lot of minutes. Her legs might have been tired. This break where Texas was supposed to play Arkansas, now they hadn't played in a week and a half.
Might be the best thing that could have happened.
It might be good for them as a team. Now, I'm with Danny. There may be some rust. They may not look smooth starting it off just because of the timing and the sequence, because game speed is different from practice speed, regardless of how you say, oh, go as hard as you can in practice. They do, but situations are different in the game because you got to be able to adjust along the way. So for me, watching this team, and I've been to the majority of the home games. I don't think I've missed a home game for the women yet.
Can I voice some scientific information?
Oh Lord, here we go.
The body is not going to decondition until 72 hours. They only miss 48 hours worth of school and basketball. 2 days is not going to hurt.
I don't think that's the point, though. I know that.
Is that Henry math?
No, that's science, brother. You need to drop the technology and then let's go to kinesiology. You stay over there behind the board, and I'm gonna stay over here on this side with all this 30 years of knowledge.
Hey, don't be questioning the steel trap. The trap knows what it knows in there. But I still believe that it's going speed is speed. He told us yesterday he was supposed to have his girls scrimmage the other day. They couldn't scrimmage against the team that they needed to scrimmage against. They scrimmage against men. So it is what it is. But they couldn't do it because everybody couldn't get there. So there will be a speed adjustment that needs to happen. But Texas is the one with all the speed. Texas is the one with all the aggressiveness.
I think 1 quarter of basketball will knock all that rust off.
So it does not deny the fact that there could be some rust with your math. There could
I don't even really think that it's rust. I think that it's just you just got to get acclimated to the speed again. And that's not rust. Rust is broken, and we need to put some WD-40 on it. They don't need that.
We're not looking at them as the Tin Man from the Wizard of Oz.
You remember the little all cans of squiggles?
We're not trying to get them to be on the Wizard of Oz. This team is going to be fine. I mean, there's a reason why they're 19-2 and 4-2 in conference play. Now they got to go to Florida, travel, get there, get themselves acclimated, and be ready to roll. But I have no doubt about this basketball team.
Yeah, I don't either.
I just love the fact that Coach Vic Schaefer said it with his chest yesterday about everybody asking him about his three-point shooting.
I'm never asking.
You used to talk about that all the time?
I asked him last year when he came on.
His reaction was,
We're winning.
Exactly.
We're winning.
And winning convincingly.
And we don't have to shoot three.
Exactly. But when they do, you want to make sure you hit them. And I believe Jordan Lee, Aaliyah Crump is back as well. And then you also got Ashton Judd, who is trying to find her way back onto that rhythm on the court as well. Hour number 1 is in the books. Hour number 2 is right around the corner. The NFL made some coaching hires, and some of them are some head scratchers. But we'll get to hear from a couple of them right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on that iHeartRadio app.
It is tough to go outside these days. Hey, that's understandable given how hot it is. But there is definitely a way to beat the heat. A trip to Inner Space Caverns in Georgetown. Inner Space Caverns is a great place to take the family. You'd be amazed at all of the beautiful formations, large rooms, prehistoric animal bones, and all kinds of creations with a truly unique discovery story right here in the Austin area in the year-round temperature of a very comfortable 72 degrees. You can check out the super exciting Sabertooth Zip Ride or Pan for Gemstones. Take the Wild Cave Tour or the Hidden Passages Tour. And there's a great souvenir gift shop and newly remodeled restrooms. Get out of the house, but get out of the heat and get some fresh air underground. Inner Space Caverns, right off I-35 at exit 259 in Georgetown. That's Inner Space Caverns. For more details, check them out on the web at innerspacecaverns.com. Inner Space Caverns. Check it out. Your adventure awaits.
Hi, I'm Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, America's largest family law firm. During this time of year, difficult relationships sometimes become impossible. If you or someone you care about is facing a family law issue, let us set up a 1-hour Cordell Consult. The Cordell Consult is a meeting with a local attorney who will give you clear guidance about your options, whether it's a separation, a postnuptial agreement, divorce, or custody. CordellCordell.com.
Austin, San Antonio, and St. Louis.
Are you one of the 7% of adults in the United States who are searching for an alternative to sleeping in a bed? Then let me introduce you to Z-Cliner, the revolutionary recliner designed by FlexSteel. The Z-Cliner, meticulously engineered with restful sleep in mind, making it an ideal bed alternative. A healthy life starts with a healthy night's sleep. Z-Cliner is more than just a recliner. It's a personalized comfort experience. It features multiple power adjustments like recline, headrest, lumbar, zero gravity, reducing pressure on your body, tech integrations like charging ports for easy modern living. We know life can be messy, stressful. That's why Z-Cliner is upholstered in a moisture and stain-resistant fabric, perfect for all-day enjoyment, even homes with pets and kids. Z-Cliner, a complete sleep solution. Get started. Unmatched comfort. Zcliner.com/Dan Patrick today to find a Z-Cliner at a store near you.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go. And that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
listening to your favorite podcast
and taking your favorite radio station with you to the gym or across the country?
That's one app.
The free iHeartRadio app.
Stop paying for apps you don't need.
Rediscover the app that's probably already on your phone. iHeartRadio.
The #1 app for radio.
From the Audio Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KDET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app.
The morning kickoff. The morning kickoff.
It's the morning kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer Mark Henry, on your home for the Horns, 1300 The Zone.
Welcome back to hour number 2 of the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on that iHeartRadio app. In hour number 1, we talked about Texas being able to pick up a new offensive lineman, waiting on the waiver to be signed, for him to come here. Lawrence Seymour from Western Kentucky, an all-American type offensive lineman that can play the guard position. We also went on our soapbox about Bill Belichick not being a first ballot Hall of Famer. And we talked to our guy, Danny Davis of the Austin American-Statesman, and we just heard from Vic Schaefer talking about, stop asking me about shooting three-pointers. But here's the thing about Bill Belichick I want to go back to. The thing that is going to be the most egregious is that he's going to get into the Hall of Fame next year. That's the other part. They just didn't want him in on the first ballot, and that's the part that makes me sick. You want to swing it and say, you can't get in on your first ballot, but we'll get you in next year. You know who else is going to be on the ballot?
Who's that?
Kraft. So you're going to tell me, the owner of the team, who knew about all of this, I'm sure, who's had his own scandal, who's had his own embarrassment.
Hey, man.
Who's had it all.
Don't bring it up.
You're going to tell me that he deserves to be in because he's the owner of the franchise?
Well, his scandals didn't have nothing to do with football.
He's part of it.
Yeah, he owns the team.
Tom Brady got suspended for Deflategate. Tom Brady got suspended for Deflategate.
So he already had his punishment, you're saying?
Oh, no. He deserves to not be first ballot either.
Get out of here.
What, you think he did it on his own? You think he did it on his own? Don't give me that.
Okay, so let's just do this. Since they did it for Belichick, mandate anybody that played for the Patriots the last
you can't go
15
in,
years,
you can't go in your first
you can't
time.
be a first ballot.
Agreed. If that's how we're going to do it.
All right. Hey, I just made law. It's done.
Yeah. How do you think that's going to work out? How you think that's going to work out?
That's the universal sign for it's over.
You know what's over?
What?
Pittsburgh. They hired Mike McCarthy. And Mike McCarthy was so excited that he could not believe that he got the job as the Pittsburgh Steelers head coach.
All right, here we go. Thank you, Art. I think I thought at least be able to get started. Oftentimes coaches and players, you put on new team colors, and it takes a minute to feel comfortable in those new colors. But to be blessed beyond any measure, one day to put on the colors you wore since you brought home. I apologize. Brett, I told you not to sit my family down here in front. This is so unfair. When you come home from Mercy Hospital, I do want to thank Art Rooney, Omar Khan, Dan Rooney, and the entire Steelers organization for the trust they placed in me to represent one of the most storied franchises in all of sports. I understand and embrace the responsibility, the privilege, and the weight that comes with this stewardship. This city, this franchise, this fan base means the world to me because Pittsburgh's my world, and it's just awesome to be back here. I do want to thank two men I'm very fortunate to call friends, Mike Tomlin and Bill Cowher. They represented this organization with such class, and I'm honored to follow in their footsteps. They left the proverbial cupboard full for sure. My family.
So, listen.
He go cry in the car.
He crying now.
Okay.
You're horrible.
No. Listen. I'm happy for Mike. I am very
too,
happy
actually.
for him to chase his dream of being a coach for the place that he lived in, grew up in, understand what it's like to be around the steel curtain, do all the things that Pittsburgh people do because he understands the blue-collar world, the steel city, as they like to say. But come on, man. Gotta be that emotional?
Yes, he grew up 4 miles from the stadium.
So that makes you emotional?
Yeah, he said that he would love for them to win a championship and the parade to start right
By
there.
his house?
Yeah.
By his house?
Yeah.
Okay, listen.
Where he grew up. And I listen, nobody's more emotional than me. Like, I'll get up there and boo-hoo too.
Come on, man.
I can't help it. I understand. Like, it don't make you weak. It don't make you weak.
Is that a gimmick?
It makes you more powerful than any Jedi. When you cry.
I know. I get emotional too. I get emotional.
Like, I'm all tough and I'm joking now, but let me be up there. Oh, thank everybody.
What about you being a Cowboys
I make
coach?
the ugly face
What about
too.
you being a Cowboys coach? How emotional would you be?
Oh, man.
I want to thank Jerry for giving me
No,
this job.
hold on a
And
second.
Jerry,
That's
you
not
fired.
how we'll start. That's not how we would start this. I like thank the Jones family for the opportunity, but y'all not gonna be messing with my team. If you hired me to coach, I'm doing everything.
Hey, what did Jay-Z say in that line? Grand opening,
Grand closing. Hey, we changed our mind. What?
We
What?
want
How
to
do
thank
you
Mark.
get the-
We want to thank Mark and his family for coming up here. The plane will take y'all back to Austin, where you don't have to worry about
Come
it.
on, man. You know I was just playing.
But congratulations to Mike McCarthy. It seems like that was the best choice. I know that some of the initial thoughts was, this is who we got, but we'll see what ends up happening.
He winning me over though. Like the fact, he gonna burn the midnight oil.
Oh yeah, for
He
sure.
gonna do everything he can, and I guarantee he's begging them right now. Listen, I need a quarterback, and do not stick me with Aaron. I know that we have a history together, but we need a young, mobile, athletic quarterback. If we can make a move to get one of these guys that everybody's unhappy with, like let's make a move. Let's do a big splash.
Well, somebody that they could have made a splash with is one Mike McDaniel. Mike McDaniel, offensive guru. His new job now, he will be the OC for the LA Chargers, and he talked about being the new OC.
All right, what's up? Not really an opening statement guy, but I will open with this statement. I'm fired up to be here. Family's fired up to be here, and shoot from the hip with whatever questions you got.
And then
that boy stress-free.
Yeah. He don't have to worry about it. All I got to do is draw some plays. But he talked about Jim Harbaugh and how they're so much alike.
I feel like we're the same guy. He's just taller. That's the only way that you'll. No, I think that's the cool thing is, like everybody else, I think we're excited for that because I think one thing we share is that Jim has never patterned himself after somebody. He's his own person, and I would say that hopefully I would be described in a similar fashion. So who knows? I might be 100% Dockers coach.
Or he could be a Caprice coach.
Right? The options are unlimited, but he's already tried to get me on transition lenses, but I've held out. I'm not 50 yet.
He do realize that you have to speak into the microphone.
Well, that was the recording. He probably was speaking, but it was probably the recording.
Oh, somebody
else.
Okay, yeah, it didn't sound great.
Listen. He sounds like what Marcus said. He sounds like somebody that is stress-free.
Ooh, he did the. Ooh, Lord, man.
And let me tell you why he's stress-free. It's legal in California.
Oh, So the vape pen.
Oh, man. And he might be in the booth. He may not even be on the sideline as the OC.
Oh, he just sitting right there.
Yeah.
Just right there in front of him.
Yeah.
Soon as he's like, is the cameras off?
He ain't even worried about the cameras no more. Because he got asked about that. I saw somebody asked him about that. And he's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Do you vape on?
So
what? Mark
where's
Henry,
the Cat Williams?
I heard on the morning kickoff with Mike Hardge and Mark Henry that you vape on the pen because Mark was really adamant about you vaping. And all of a sudden, that's not happening anymore.
Listen, man, where's the Cat Williams video of him saying, you know we see you, right? We can see you. Yes, that's him. He's always walking around with that vape pen in his hand.
Yeah.
Hitting it while they're doing things. That's not professional.
In California now.
I don't care if it's legal in California
No, I'm saying
or
this
Colorado or
this
wherever
could be
it is.
dangerous for Mike McDaniel.
Listen,
we see a lot of smoke up in that booth.
Yeah.
we know
we need
something
to
up.
see some smoke on the field is what we need. We need to see them draw up some really nice plays.
In other news, the Buffalo Bills made a coaching choice that has a lot of people scratching their head. And the only reason why they have them scratching their head is because they decided to go with Joe Brady, who has no head coaching experience. He was the passing game coordinator for LSU when they went on that run with Joe Burrow. He's had success with Josh Allen, but there's also been some questions because he's also been let go from, I believe, the Panthers before. So I'm curious, are you happy, Buffalo Bill fans, with the choice of your new head coach? I know Chance Mock is former Texas Longhorn quarterback and a Buffalo Bills Mafia big-time player. So we'll see what ends up happening. But coming up next, we're going to go to the hardwood, the NBA. We're getting closer and closer to the trade deadline. Who will be on the move and who will probably stay? Right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
In their inaugural season in the SEC, the Texas Longhorns made history.
For the first time in 22 years, the Texas women are headed for the Final Four.
Now, they're back to finish what they started.
To the hoop, and she scores! And she scores!
Harmon will hoist it from half court and makes it. Listen to Texas women's basketball all season long on 1300 The Zone, your home for the Horns.
Now here's your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, bank. That's bank. Enter it now.
AM 1300 The Zone.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
3 left lanes are now blocked off by a wreck on 183A northbound at South Lake Line Boulevard, causing delays to start from 183. There's also a new crash on Palmer Lane at 620, and your stop and go on Mopac northbound this morning from La Crosse Avenue over to Loop 360, about a 10-minute out of your commute. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Stand Up to Cancer.
Joe Buck and John Smoltz welcoming you back to the City Center Convenience Mart. Uh-oh. She's looking at the cigarettes, but she just grabs the gum off the counter. Stand Up to Cancer and Rally want you to reduce your risk for cancer. Go to takeahealthystand.org.
Second opinions.
You get them with your health.
So why not with your wealth?
Your stock market investments deserve a second opinion.
At Henyon & Walsh, it only takes a second
to schedule your free second opinion.
Go online and search for Henyon & Walsh, the second opinion people. Investing involves risk, including the possible loss of principal. Advisory services provided by Henyon & Walsh Asset Management. Securities offered by Henyon & Walsh Inc., member FINRA, SIPC.
February 1st, it's a Spurs on Sesame Street game presented by HEB. Pre-game party starting at 1, tip-off at 3. Family-friendly activities. Spurs Sesame Street t-shirt packages available for purchase. For more, text SESAME to 210-444-5940.
Is mind control real? Can you hypnotically persuade someone to buy a car, to
sleep with you? What about using it to create a better you? In our new podcast, Mind Games, we're going to find out.
What's something you always dreamed of doing, fantasized about doing, but haven't let yourself dare?
The premise is your mind is a computer, and you just never got the manual. But once you crack the code, anything's possible, for better and for worse. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Mind Games, and listen now.
Earn an accredited MBA in as few as 16 months for about $21K at University of Maryland Global Campus. Explore 10 specializations, including finance, HR, cyber technology, and more. Plus, showcase the value of your MBA with a comprehensive learner record and digitally demonstrate in-demand skills and credentials to employers. No application fee if you apply by February 11th. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
If you're watching football this weekend, you know how it goes. Somebody's always hungry by the first quarter. So call Pizza Hut and get the Big New Yorker for just $10. Our biggest pizza for the biggest games. These slices are huge, like use two hands and fold it huge. Feed your crew and order ahead at pizzahut.com or in the app.
Pizza Hut!
Ask for limited time offer. Prices, participation, and availability may vary. Additional charge for extra toppings, max 3 and extra cheese. Taxes, tip, and delivery fee not included.
Searching online for a car? When you call that dealership, your first question should be, are there any extra costs to the price on your website? At Henna Chevrolet, our answer will always be no. Their answer, you don't want to know. Shop surprise fee free with Henna, where the price you see is the price you get. Absolutely no addendums ever. You deserve honesty, and that's what we run on. Together, let's drive at henna.com.
Peekaboo. Peekaboo. Smile. Smile, buddy. Come on, smile. Oh, honey, he's still not smiling.
Maybe he's not a smiler.
Yeah, maybe he's just not a happy baby.
Maybe he's just being a boy. You know how boys are.
Or maybe he's teething. Oh, poor baby. I think his gums hurt.
Maybe he's just tired.
Or maybe his tummy hurts. He didn't eat that much.
Maybe he's not ticklish.
You think maybe he's scared of the dog?
Maybe he'll outgrow it. Maybe it's a phase. Maybe he just doesn't like smiling.
Maybe he has autism, and we can definitely do something to help.
Maybe is all you need to find out more about autism. No big, joyful smiles by 6 months is one early sign. Learn the others at autismspeaks.org/signs or see a doctor today for an autism screening. The sooner it's diagnosed, the better. And it can make a lifetime of difference. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone presents the Craig Way Show. Join Craig Way weekdays from 2 to 5 p.m. only on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone.
As we continue these conversations, I want you to get over to the iHeartRadio app.
That's right.
Set on your preset. We're going to give you an opportunity right now to win a pair of tickets to check out the Texas Longhorns men's basketball team on February the 3rd as they take on South Carolina. And the key word of the day is Carolina. Carolina is your key word to win a pair of tickets for February the 3rd as the Texas Longhorns host South Carolina at the Moody Center. All you have to do is get over to AM 1300 The Zone on the always free iHeartRadio app. Tap that red microphone and leave the keyword of the day, Carolina. Carolina is your keyword to win a pair of tickets to go see Texas versus South Carolina, February the 3rd. All right, let's get into this, man, because Mark, you're a big NBA guy. You love the NBA and all the movements that have been happening there. One of those is the Lakers. They're still trying to find their way, but it's a possibility that they can make some moves. But my question to you is the teams that are in the market for players, and these guys are making some big money. Let's talk about the Dallas Mavericks. As you look at the Mavericks, Anthony Davis is the one that is a possible trade candidate. And I know a lot of people are probably sitting there right now going,
didn't he just get traded?
Yes. But before the trade, what did we call him? Street clothes.
Street clothes.
Because he's always injured. And once again, he is injured. And his contract for this season is $54.1 million. And 2 more years, he's got $58.5 and $62.8 million. And he's got a player option. So my question to you is, off of the Dallas Mavericks, would you move Klay Thompson, Daniel Gafford, or Najee Marshall out of that group?
It'd probably be Najee Marshall, Anthony Davis. I would see who would be willing, because you have a small forward, power forward guy that you want to get the max reps, and you don't want there to be. They need to bring in some more scoring or a defensive stopper, a big guy. And Anthony Davis, even though he fits the bill, he's, like you said, always in street clothes.
Yep. Another team that I think the person that should be moved is Klay Thompson. I think Klay Thompson, coming off the bench, he wants to go somewhere where he can be more effective, I would think.
Just a shooter.
I think he's the one that would fit any team that is looking for a guy that can shoot it. And one of those teams that may be looking for a guy that can shoot it will be the Houston Rockets. Marcus, you're our resident Houston Rocket fan. And during the offseason, they went out and they got Dorian Finney-Smith, Clint Capella, and KD. You also had Fred VanVleet that was supposed to be part of the success. Steven Adams as well.
He the lead of the street clothes committee.
Exactly. He's the point guard on that squad,
yeah.
The street clothes. But there's a name that I think can come in and run the team, because what do you feel the Rockets are missing the most?
Somebody who can control the game from the point guard position.
Point guard. And so I would look at Colin Sexton. Colin Sexton is somebody that, look, LaMelo Ball is the guy in Charlotte. He's the Hornets' main ball controller. He's the shooter. He's the one. Colin Sexton is somebody that needs to be on the floor, because remember when he was at Cleveland, everybody thought he was going to be the next great point guard in the league.
Yeah.
Well, for some reason, things didn't work out, but he's a scorer and he can dish. I think they should look at possibly going to get Colin Sexton. Another team to pay attention to through all of this is, guess what? The San Antonio Spurs. As the Spurs continue to raise havoc on the court, there's a couple of names that could possibly be moved. One of those names, Kelly Olynyk. I don't think he's doing anything for the Spurs. He's not a part of what they've needed this year, because they're so young and they're so athletic and they understand what it looks like. I don't think Olynyk is part of the piece. So you might be able to grab something for him, maybe a draft pick or a different complementary piece. But he's not a guy that, I don't know.
And you brought in a center from Boston, Cornette.
Yeah, and he's playing.
He's playing really well.
Yes.
So there's not a lot of minutes between he and Wemby.
Yeah.
For Olynyk to even be on the floor unless it's a blowout. Like, go get something that's of value.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
I mean, for this team, let's not forget, they got rid of DeJounte Murray. And
as they should have.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought he was great in San Antonio.
Street clothes.
Now, but during that time.
Well, he was street clothes in San Antonio too. And that's a byproduct of his game style. Same thing as Ja Morant. They want to get to the basket and finish, and they get fouled a lot. They get knocked to the floor. And rather than just trying to lay it in and get back down court and get on defense, they want to splash.
Yeah.
And they end up getting backdrop like pro wrestling, and they end up missing 30, 40 games. Like, stop trying to dunk on it. Even Ja Morant said it last season and the beginning of this season. You know what? I'm going to stop trying to dunk on everybody, and I'm going to just score. It lasted 2 weeks. And then he was like, nah, this is just too boring. I'm gonna go back to my old ways.
Yeah. DeJounte Murray is dealing with a Achilles injury that he's trying to come back from, but maybe next month is what they're saying. He may be able to play next month, but he's dealing with that injury. So we'll see what ends up happening. But there's a lot of moves that can be made. We talked about the Giannis Antetokounmpo deal, trying to figure out what he is going to be like.
Well, you can't do nothing now because he's injured.
Right, which is the point. That's why I'm saying, like, what big name player do you see possibly being on the move on the 5th or the 6th is the trade deadline? I think it's the 6th, I think. But anyway, you sit there and you look at it and you say, all right, is there going to be a move during that time? And I don't know what's going to happen there.
February the 5th.
5th, okay.
Yeah, I can't see a big splash move being made. But if there is one being made, it's going to be out of Dallas. They got two guys that should be playing for contenders and not playing a lot of minutes because they're up in age.
Yep.
And that's Anthony Davis and Klay Thompson.
And that's why you look at it, okay? So you got OKC, San Antonio's in second. We went through this a little bit.
Ja Morant would be my third one.
Ja would be your
he needs to find
I thought he would have been your first one to get up out of there.
Yeah, he needs to find another home. And I think that's just saying to the league, hey, we have this guy. LeBron is not going to go to Memphis. So LeBron is not going nowhere. I'll take if I'm LeBron, I sit there, collect my $53 million, and at the end of the season, win, lose, or draw, I'm in the Bahamas.
So let me ask you this. If you had to pick a place for Ja Morant, where would that place be?
Oh, man.
And you can't send him to El Segundo. You can't send him there.
I'm not.
Don't send him to New Orleans. Remember that.
You cannot send him to New Orleans. And the only other team that I could think of that, well, they made a move
Send
already.
him to Utah.
I was thinking Atlanta.
Utah Jazz. Or if I'm Memphis, I make a trade with Sacramento and try to bring Russell Westbrook there.
Wow, Utah?
Yeah, I would send him to Utah.
That's Siberia.
Yeah.
See, you trying to be petty.
Well, I'm just saying, he need to go someplace where it's kind of calm. He don't need to be no place where they could go and get on the other side. I need Ja Morant to chill.
Denver. Oh, they got a guard.
Yeah, they got a couple of them.
Yeah.
Well, but they moved Jamal Murray to a point. They don't truly have a point.
I can't think of nowhere other than the places that he shouldn't go. Like the people that need him. Oh my God, that would be career assassination to send him to New Orleans.
Oh my God.
Or Charlotte. You can't send him to Charlotte.
No, you can't. Coming up next, we're going to have the world's strongest man bringing you his world's strongest take right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
Don't miss the 2026 iHeart Country Festival, Saturday, May 2nd at the Moody Center. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
3 left lanes are blocked off by an accident on 183A northbound at South Lake Line Boulevard, but looks to be in the final stages of clearing out of there. There's a new accident on Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard at Leona Street, and a 20-minute slowdown caused by stop-and-go traffic on I-35 northbound from 45 over to William Cannon. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance.
Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, offers more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports coaches, parents, students, and administrators. Visit PCADevZone.org.
It all comes down to this: Seattle versus New England. And now you can trade on football legally in Texas on Kalshi. Right now, New England is trading at 33% to win. That means a $100 trade pays out $289 with a win. On Kalshi, you're trading against peers in a live market, meaning there's no house. And as the odds change, you can buy in and out of your position all game long. For a limited time, download the Kalshi app and use code IHEART to get $20 when you trade 100. Kalshi. Kalshi. Trade on anything.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
From the ABA Heating and Cooling Weather Center, this is Zone Weather.
Your Austin weather, mainly sunny skies for your Wednesday, a high near 56. Mainly clear tonight, a low of 32. Partly cloudy on Thursday, a high near 70, a low in the upper 30s.
This report is sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance.
Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, offers more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports coaches, parents, students, and administrators. Visit PCADevZone.org.
And the winner of the iHeart Podcast Award is...
You can decide who takes home the 2026 iHeart Podcast Awards Podcast of the Year by voting at iHeartPodcastAwards.com now through February 22nd. See all the nominees and place your vote at iHeartPodcastAwards.com.
Audible is a proud sponsor of the Audible Audio Pioneer Award. Explore the best selection of audiobooks, podcasts, and originals all in one easy app. Audible. There's more to imagine when you listen. Sign up for a free trial at audible.com.
We asked kids what it took to be a dad. This is what they had to say.
A father is always present. I mean, what real father figure can you have if they're not there?
In order to be a good dad, you need to love your son. You need to put gas in your car so you don't break down in the middle of nowhere. And you need to make them breakfast. Yep.
I mean, just to maybe play like a board game with me, or to just stay home and play some video games with me. Just to do like that one little thing is what I really look forward to.
I'm not asking him to be a perfect dad, but he should try. He's just a constant force in my life.
There's no other type of love like a dad's love because it's not comparable to anything else.
Take time to be a dad today. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
It's the Craig Way Show with Craig Way and Cameron Parker. Weekdays from 2 to 5 p.m. Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
Drop. So that can only mean one thing. WWE Hall of Fame. World's strongest man. The Mark Henry, world's strongest man. Take it away, big fella.
Hard. You know what time it is? It's time for the world's strongest man. The world's strongest man. Marcus, back then they didn't know me, but now that I'm hot, they are all Oh, man. Guys, here we are again. Love the World Cup. Hey, I did a little homework. Yeah.
Shot world.
And it was on the Senior Bowl. It was on the guys that are trying their best right now to raise their stock for the up and coming draft. And yesterday, TJ Parker from Clemson, guys, I don't know if he realizes that this is it and he's got to show out, but he was unblockable. I mean, he was putting defensive tackles on skates. It was embarrassing. Hardge, it was embarrassing for the guys that had to try to block him. Also, Cowboys, I need you to pay attention to Colton Hood, cornerback. Don't throw at him. He had 2 picks in practice yesterday against pretty stiff competition. How did Texas Tech put a goose egg up in the bowl game? Was Miami that good?
Miami looked to be that good.
They was just that good. But I'm gonna tell you right now, Lee Hunter, defensive tackle. I don't know how much he squats, but it's got to be up there around 700 pounds because nobody could push him back. They tried to combo block him. Go and look at the tape. If you think I'm making it up, this is Senior Bowl center and guard trying to combo block Lee Hunter. Look him up from Texas Tech. He pushed them both in the backfield. I mean, you don't see that often at this level. Kenyon Rutledge, the linebacker from Georgia Tech, looked really, really sound. Zion Young from Missouri, like Energizer Bunny energy, just running all over the place. You couldn't block him. And you notice that there's a lot of defense. And did I mention Colton Hood? Like, that dude was impressive. The linebacker, Jacob Rodriguez from Texas Tech, flying around.
Yep.
And not only was he flying around, but he looked like a coach because he was telling other guys, no, scoot over, line up. Like, he understands football. And when you have those type of guys, you need to give them a shot. What say you?
Well, the thing about it is when guys just love to play the game, and we talk about this a lot, when you go to those types of bowl games where you're being coached by professional personnel and you also are in front of personnel, this is a job interview. This is the one thing that pisses me off about all of this, though, is the film. You look at the film and you know what you see on film, because this ain't the first time you watched a film on Jacob Rodriguez.
Right.
I mean, he won every award that you can get almost for a defensive player. He's a guy.
I know where you're going.
Why is it that there's always this extra step that they have to go through? Because the one thing
God didn't make him 6'4" and 280.
Quit looking for the measurables. Look at football players.
Yes.
Look at basketball players. I don't care a kid is 5'10", 5'11". If he knows how to play basketball, give him the opportunity. Here we go with the sizes thing again.
But he's 6'1".
No, but I'm just saying.
He's 6'1", 235.
But he's not fast. He's not twitchy.
And
he's not explosive. He's smart. He's instinctive, and he understands football.
That is why some of these guys work harder in the film room. You know why? Because they wasn't blessed with the great things. But you know what they have? They have the intangibles. The intangibles are the reason why some of these guys are so good. See, it isn't he's 6'5" or 6'6". No, it's the intangible part of being able to play a sport and find a way to get an edge for yourself. we were talking about Andrew Jones the other day. He's a Hall of Famer, so it's kind of different when you think about him. But when you hear people talk about him, it's like he knew exactly where the ball was going to be hit. And as soon as it came off the bat, he knew where to go. Those are intangibles. Those are instinctive things. Those are those things that you want on your team. That's the franchise type stuff.
That is what the Cowboys need. They need really smart people that can diagnose and dissect. They have a very strong core of defensive tackles. 3 of them, Pro Bowl caliber defensive tackles. Maybe one of those guys need to go, and you need to upgrade, get draft picks for them. But the Cowboys are not going to be in the market unless they trade away Steele and they trade away the wide receiver that came over from Pittsburgh, Pickens.
Yeah.
They need multiple rounds of picks in the second and third rounds, and they don't have it. They have 2 picks in the first round, and then they have 1 compensatory 4th round pick and 3 5th-round picks. Those guys are going to be gone. Those guys are going to leave in the 4th round, 3rd and 4th round.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want Jacob Rodriguez, if you want some of these guys that have these incredible skill sets as far as intangibles, because that's what you're getting in these Senior Bowls. The guys that get drafted after playing 2 years of college, they're already in the league. So you get these 3rd and 4th year players that maybe they don't get a shot unless they get seen at the Senior Bowl. So good luck to all of the guys that are performing in it.
Well, I'm always looking at these bowl games. As I said, these are job opportunities for a lot of guys that may not have the big film or have not had those opportunities.
Yeah.
Now they're getting them, and they need to make the most of them. And that's why you're talking about a guy named Hood. You really like him, don't you?
I do. He's incredible.
Yeah.
You like a mirror. I'm sure that he pissed a lot of guys off yesterday.
That's what it's supposed to be.
Like he competed.
Yep. And that's what you need to do at these types of things, because I'm interviewing for a job, and my job is to beat you so I can get that job and you don't.
Yeah. Jerry.
Just the way it goes.
Look at the tape.
They out there.
Look at the tape, Jerry.
Will McClay is out there, so there might be some moves being made. When we come back, we are going to talk Texas men's basketball. They got a big game tonight. Sean Miller has some things about his players that he wants you to know. Right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
Don't foul.
Join Craig Way weekdays from 2 to 5 p.m.
We're Madison Square Garden. Well, Dick Vitale would come in. Craig, it's good to see you. How are you? It's awesome with a capital A. I think Rick Barnes has an outstanding team. I said, Dick, I appreciate the time. Thanks very much. Rick, it's great to see you. I hear Dan Schulman, who's doing the play-by-play, goes, you realize you just called Craig Rick? He goes, Craig, wait, you got to let me straighten it out. You got to give me another chance. Let me fix it.
Hang out with Craig on AM 1300 The Zone.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
3 left lanes are blocked off by an accident on 183A northbound at South Lake Line Boulevard, but looks to be in the final stages of clearing out of there. There's a new accident on Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard at Leona Street, and a 20-minute slowdown caused by stop-and-go traffic on I-35 northbound from 45 over to William Cannon. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by AutoZone. Get in the zone. Starting stronger starts at AutoZone, where they've got battery solutions in the form of free battery testing, free battery charging and replacement, batteries that fit your needs. That's what makes them America's #1 battery destination. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Hardge here, and the new year is officially rolling in at Covert Ford Hutto. And if 2026 is about leveling up your life, it's definitely time to level up your ride. Right now, kick off the year strong with $11,000 off of MSRP on a new 2025 Ford F-150 XLT. Or take adventure into the new year with $9,000 off MSRP on a new 2025 Ford Bronco Sport Badlands. See dealer for details. New year, new drive, serious savings. Happy New Year from Covert Ford Hutto, right off of 79 in Hutto, covertfordhutto.com.
Open Saturday, January
January 31st.
What does it mean to work with one of the largest personal injury law firms in Texas? At Thomas J. Henry, it means we can take cases all the way to trial when others would have accepted a low settlement offer. It means Thomas J. Henry can put our team of legal minds, investigators, and medical experts to work for you. It means you get personal attention and access to our team when you need us. Visit thomasjhenrylaw.com. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. Principal Office, San Antonio.
Every Olympic dream starts with a first glide. Through Learn to Skate USA, kids build confidence, strength, and joy on the ice. Learn to Skate USA offers programs for skaters of all ages and abilities. Find a program near you at learntosskateusa.com.
Introducing True Earnings Checking from Austin Telco Federal Credit Union. Earnings that are almost too good to be true. Earn 5% APY on balances up to $15,000. It's simple. Just deposit at least $1,500 in new money and make 15 debit card transactions each month. No minimum balance, no monthly fees. Even if you miss the requirements. Open your account online or at any of our 24 Austin area locations. Visit atfcu.org to learn more. Rates subject to change without notice. Federally insured by NCUA.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter. Prediction markets talk about the outcomes. BetOnline puts the odds behind them. For decades, bettors like you have trusted BetOnline for accurate lines, deep prop markets, and real action across every major sport. Get the latest odds, live props, in-game action, and expert pricing throughout the playoffs and beyond. And when the games are over, check out BetOnline Casino, delivering nonstop action, fun, and premium rewards. Visit their website and get started today. BetOnline. The game starts here.
Attention Texas drivers. My Plates has a stunning range of premium embossed license plates. Whether you love the modern look of carbon fiber or the retro black and white design, there's something for everyone. Texans are loving My Plates' new embossed plates with a great choice of designs. Black and gold, black and yellow, and even the Lone Star flag. Don't miss out on this chance to personalize your ride with up to 7 letters. Head to myplates.com now and start your embossed order. That's myplates.com. Customization you can feel and see.
You know who's listening to the radio? Voters. Lots of them. So if you're running for office, this right here, great place to reach them. And it's not like social media where people are just swiping through ads. With radio, they're engaged. Plus, it's 1/10 the time and cost of video. Don't just campaign. Connect with millions all over the country, even thousands in the smallest communities with radio. Call now and be on the air in just 48 hours. 844-844-iHeart. That's 844-844-iHeart.
Enjoying a healthy dinner that tastes great means eating out at a pricey restaurant, right? Wrong. Healthy Choice Simply Steamers are delicious and healthy. The Tray and Tray steam technology delivers crisp veggies and tender protein in tasty selections, like Healthy Choice Simply Steamers grilled chicken and broccoli Alfredo. It's a satisfying meal with 28 grams of protein and nothing artificial. Healthy Choice Simply Steamers. What having it all tastes like.
We all use AI, but here, it never pretends it's real. AM 1300 The Zone. Guaranteed human.
Welcome back to the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeart Radio. This is part of the show. Get over to the podcast page wherever you get your podcast, but most importantly, get it off the iHeart Radio app as we continue to go on. Make sure you follow us on all social media platforms at the Mark Henry, at Hardball, Hardge, and of course at the morning kickoff on AM 13. So
Thanks for inviting me, man. That's awesome. I accept.
You kind of
You invited me, right?
Yeah,
You said you're not eating. You said, what you doing.
I did.
So that's
say
an
what you
invitation,
did.
right?
Yeah. I was gonna say, what are you gonna do for us to close out the show?
Oh, that's what it was.
But I like the way you think, because once again, it had something to do with food, and you were finding your way into the conversation. I wanted to talk about this because I wanted to get your thoughts on it. Texas men's basketball will take on Auburn tonight, 6 p.m. tip-off. You can hear all the action right here on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, with the voice of the Texas Longhorns. Our guy, Craig Way, and Eddie Orrin will be on the call with him. But I wanted to ask you about this Texas basketball team. And one thing that Coach Sean Miller wanted to do from last week is thank all of the fans that showed up, because it's not easy to get out when there's bad weather in certain areas.
Well, first of all, I'd like to thank all of our fans, students, everybody that was in the building with the winter storm that's brewing, and I know we'll probably be here this evening. It's just easy just to stay home, and you don't have to come to the game. Really appreciated the home court advantage they gave us. Means the world to our team, to our players, and really to our program, that we could have the atmosphere that we were able to have under the weather conditions. So thank you for being there from all of us.
And they made it happen. And one of the biggest players on there played through some illness, was Matis Vocatitis.
Then the other thing I would just say is it's not easy for a big guy like Matis. He's been under the weather. We knew he could play. He was terrific in the second half. To play the second half the way he did is a big reason why we were able to be the winner here today.
And Matis is a guy that we continue to look at and try to understand his improvements along the way. He's been working his behind off. He's been still adjusting to the game. But one thing that you do not have to ever worry about is his physicality. Sometimes it's a little too much, Mark, but overall, he's been able to go out and perform well. What is it about this Texas basketball team that you're starting to see, especially when they get a chance to play in some big-time matchups?
We're starting to see that they have the tools in the tool shed. What does it take to bring them out? They don't bring them with them to work every day. And some of that is focus. Some of it is, I think about me more than we. And basketball is a we sport, unless you got Michael Jordan on your team. And then you just pass the ball to Mike. Yeah. But Texas doesn't have a Michael Jordan on their team. They have a lot of guys with various skill sets that they have to work together to win. And there's things that they're going to have to do not to lose, which is foul.
Yep.
And if they can make a conscious effort to not do the things that are negative, this could be a winning team.
Yep.
They're going to go against. They're going to go against some stiff competition, though. Auburn is not the team that they were last year, but I'm going to tell you right now.
They've won 3 in a row.
Yeah.
Auburn has won 3 in a row.
To Hyde Pefford, who should have went in the draft. He went to NBA training camp, but didn't get an agent. And he also did not. He went for the simple fact that he wanted to see how he compared to NBA guards. I think it's good to go and show your wares, and to see where you match up. But don't sign nothing. Don't take no money.
Don't come back.
And he didn't.
Don't come back. Once you get in there, you put your toe in it. Stay gone.
But he didn't sign. He just went to the NBA combine.
Yeah.
He didn't declare.
No, he didn't declare.
Like the 26-year-old.
He did good.
The 26-year-old that's playing for USC that played at Auburn last year, 26 years old.
Yeah, that's too much.
Yeah. His birthday was yesterday, just like mine, except for he was born in 2000. And he just turned 26 and still playing college basketball.
26?
26. 26, 2 years younger than me.
That's not fair.
mean,
That boy
that's
can
what-
You just stop it
That
with
boy
your
getting-
foolishness.
That boy can get a discount on the rental.
Right. He just got off his parents' insurance. And you could too.
Wow. Wow.
I mean, it is what it is. But I expect Texas to go out and play well. This is a team that has Dalen Swain on it. By the way, Swain is averaging 20 points in 20.4 in SEC play. He's shooting 60% from the floor and is also one of 2 SEC players to average at least 2 steals and 7 rebounds per game. He is doing everything for this University of Texas basketball team. It's been very impressive to watch him. There's been some questions. Remember, I came in, I'm like, golly, this dude needs to shoot a little bit more, but he is shooting enough that other guys need to step up. I don't need to put it all on him.
Well, he's
I need to
opening
put
it up for Mark, too.
Yep. Draymond has been playing really good scoring-wise. Still need to be more effective
Stop
on the
fouling.
defensive. Yes, and stop fouling. So it'll be fun to see this game. As I said, tonight, 6 o'clock tip. It's on ESPN too. But what you should do is sync your TV up with the iHeartRadio app. And our guy, Craig Way, as you can hear him call it like no other. We'll be better tomorrow. We got special guests and so much more to talk about. Shout out to Mark Henry. Shout out to Marcus. Tomorrow we'll have Eric Henry of Horns 247.
Info.
And we'll have the head baseball coach for the University of Texas, our guy, Coach Schlossnagel, joining us at 8 a.m. And just remember this, folks. Don't believe everything you see, because even salt looks like sugar. Tune in to the Craig Way Show this afternoon at 2 o'clock, always free on the iHeartRadio app. Peace.
We're definitely going to be late to the concert. I feel like we should be there by now.
I'm just taking a little detour. I gotta fill up my gas tank, and I know this place a couple towns over where the gas is cheaper.
Are you serious? We're going to be late for the concert because you're driving out of